Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Mochen La'ira Online Smicha. Baruch Hashem, when a beautiful, successful shidduch happens, or marriage happens, the Gemara calls it Invei HaGefen be'Invei HaGefen. Dova no miskabel. A beautiful, nice thing, but the Gemara compares it to the two grapevines. Invei HaGefen be'Invei HaGefen. And many drushes were already given on this. Why specifically is it compared to two grapevines joining together? What's unique about the grapes? So the famous thought that you always hear is that most of the fruits, when you squeeze it out and you make a drink out of it, it used to be, the bracha used to be on the fruit, a much more special bracha, a unique bracha, Bayer Priyates. And then the drink lowers its standard to become the standard klalustic bracha of Shakol Ne'er B'Dvarei. It seems to be the drink that comes from it is a downgrade. The one fruit that what comes from it, what gets squeezed out of it, is an upgrade, is the grape. The grape, as it is, it's a Bayer Priyates. If you make wine out of it, it becomes upgraded because of its chashivas. It becomes Bayer Priyagofen. And so we tell the young couple that there is a special chashivas that when a couple gets married, if God will bless them with children, and the children will be raised in a great atmosphere, then you should know that the children that you will have will be blessed, that it'll be even better than what you are, which is a powerful statement. But then there's another explanation about the uniqueness of the grape. Most of the other fruits, the way they grow is from bottom up, which means to say like this: it starts off, when it starts growing, a small flower grows, and from the flower afterwards, a fruit develops. The only fruit that's different is a grape. It grows downward. What's the significance of this? So the lesson for this in marriage is that for marriage to be successful and to be long-term and everlasting is when each one of the two parties, the husband and the wife, are giving and supporting to other, giving, lowering yourself down to help and not standing firm on your own, and not always being uppity towards the up. That is the best way to achieve the brachas of Hashem, and that's the best way you'll be blessed with the Shechina Shruya B'neihem. Now, in Yiddish, there is a beautiful code to remember this. One of the best secrets of success of a good marriage, and that is Invei HaGefen ve'Invei HaGefen. The word Gefen, which is grape, is in Yiddish could hint to you to the three tips for a successful marriage. Gimel, Pei, Nun. The three tips are like this: Geben, always be a giver. Fargeben means always forgive and forget if things happen. And the Nun is Nachgeben. Nachgeben, allow things to pass. Geben, Fargeben, and Nachgeben. And I once even heard somebody saying, "V'haser satan milafanenu umalachrenu." The fey in the middle is Fargeben. Always forgive and forget. And before that's happening now. Something happens to you now, forgive it, forget it. And then there's the Geben is always be a giver. Fargeben is always forgive the after something happened, forgive and forget. And then there's the Nachgeben, let it go. Meaning if your spouse wants something, let it happen. And these are the three successes in a successful marriage. Again, Geben, to always give. Fargeben means to forget and forgive. And Nachgeben is let it go. Now, I heard also somebody having a same similar tips in Hebrew. Today's days, everything is in codes, in 3-letter codes. AOL, CO, all these LOL. So the same thing is Hallelu. Hallelu is praise. It's the famous word, Hallelu as Hashem Kol Goyim, to praise. So I heard somebody saying, Hallelu has, in these 4 letters, these 3 tips. Hallelu, hey, ha'ikar. The most important thing to know in a successful marriage is Lamed. litain, to give. Lamid, levater. Levater means to let it go. And vav is vilisloyach, and to forgive. Ha'ikar, litain, levater, vilisloyach. Now, I once heard that one of the biggest challenges that come into play a role in marriage is also how do you deal with in-laws? Every spouse takes very serious the relationship to their parents, and sometimes there's a clash between the son-in-law and the daughter-in-law, and they play a big role in the success of the shalom bayis. So what is the role of an in-law, a father-in-law, or mother-in-law, to make sure that the shalom bayis of the newlyweds or their children should be not harmed with their response, how they react? So over here, there's also 3 codes. The 3 codes are the 3 shins, 3 times the letter shin. One letter shin is to shikin, some say shtupen, shikin, to always give presents, give presents. The second shin is shmeichlin, always smile, give and smile. And even if you see things that you don't like, there's the third thing, shin, schweigen, be quiet. Shin, shikin, always give. Shin, to shmeichel, to smile, and shin, to schweigen, to be quiet. When you have these tips, the in-laws will get along, the husband and wife will get along, and it will be shalom v'shalva kol yemei chayim.